Is feminism even need of the hour? Now, before we proceed with this discussion, let me introduce myself. I am Vedika, a proud feminist. Now, I know some of us must have already made a few assumptions about me. Are you anti men? Do you hate men? Do you think women are better than men? But before we begin with these questions, let us first understand the definition of feminism. The word feminism derives from the Latin word femina, meaning women. It is a set of movements aimed at establishing equal social, political, and economic rights and opportunities for women. It addresses the historical and ongoing disadvantages faced by women. Now, the next question arises that why is this even needed in India? I mean, look at us. We worship female goddesses like Goddess Kali, Durga, Saraswati. We have initiatives like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Not just that, we have reservations for women in prestigious institutes like IITs, NITs, IIMs. So why is feminism even the need of the hour? Well, an analysis done by the Pew Research Center showed that between the years 2000 to 2019, almost 9 million, that is 90 lakh female fetuses were aborted, despite gender-based abortions being banned in India. Yes, that's slightly lower than the entire population of Uttarakhand. Why is India one of the 35 countries out of the 195 countries in the world who literally had to ban prenatal gender determination so that people would stop killing these innocent babies, female babies, before they even got a chance to step out into this world? Why in India, as per the National Crime Records Bureau, one woman on average is raped every 15 minutes? Why in India, in the year 2025, there were 26,337 rape cases that were registered across the country? That's not even keeping into account the amount of marital rapes and unregistered rapes that took place. Despite the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, why were there 6,450 dowry deaths that took place in the year 2020? That's literally 18 women dying every single day. Yes, lots of data. Let me bring you more data. At least 1.5 million girls in India are married before the age of 18. That's just the tip of the iceberg. We are not even taking into account the amount of hate crimes, the amount of vitriol, the visceral hate that women on social media get in India. What led me to this discussion was recently in my own town, an astrologer, a fake astrologer named Ashok Kharat, was exploited 30 female victims under the guise of religious tactics. Lots of data, I know. But the next question arises, what can we as common humans do in order to contribute to feminism? I mean, maybe we all can't be as great feminists like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Savitribai Phule, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, who had in them to challenge these patriarchal notions and traditions. But as we all know, drop by drop, we can create an entire ocean. It literally starts with treating women with basic dignity. It's empowering them, including them in decision-making process, educating ourselves about gender equality, normalizing female bodily functions like menstrual cycle, and not just that. It's not using female abuse words, slang words, and all those things in our conversations, and most importantly, changing the lens with which you view the world. After all, she doesn't just deserve respect because she's someone's sister, daughter, or mother. She deserves respect because of the fact that she is a human.